Hello, everyone. Welcome to my class in Accountancy, Business, and Management. Okay, for today, we will be discussing about the time value concept. What do you mean by time value of money? Okay, when we say time value of money, it means that your money, for example, your 10,000 peso today is worth more than your 10,000 pesos next year. Okay? Having the same amount, 10,000 pesos today and 10,000 pesos next year, which is more valuable? The 10,000 pesos today. Why? Because of two major reasons. Okay? There are two major reasons. Number one, because of inflation. The inflation rate today is more or less 20%. And what is inflation? Inflation, it is the increase of expenses. Okay? The increase of expenses or the cost of living. For example, your 10,000 pesos today, okay, will be will be still 10,000, but next year because of inflation, your 10,000 next year is worth less than. So it will be less than 10,000 because of inflation rates. Okay? The second factor is opportunity cost. Okay, your 10,000 today has the capacity or can be was this increased by, and maybe how many percent if, depending on your capacity, but you can let it grow because there is the potential earning capacity or the potential to let it grow, to let it earn, okay, depending on whatever means you do. Okay, but your 10,000 tomorrow, well, it's still a dream. You don't know what it is to be done in the future or what will happen in the future. But for now, your 10,000 pesos today has the capacity to earn more than whatever earning capacity you would like to have. Okay? But in the time value of money, we will study the concept of present value and the future value of money. Okay. When we say time value of money, again, it means that the cost of money increases with the passage of time. That means also money grows through time. Okay? So that's very simple. And what about the present value of money? Well, the present value of money tells us that it is the amount of money you have to invest today, right now. If you want to have a certain amount of cash flow in the future and you use the discounting method, okay, then the future value. What is the future value of money? It is the amount to which an investment will grow after earning interest, and we use the compounding method. Okay? So now let's proceed to a problem so we can have a better view of how future value and present value works. Okay. Now let's work on this, the future value. For example, we have here Ben. How much money will Ben have after a year? Okay? If he invests 20,000 today at 10% annual rate. Then the second question is, after how much money will Ben have after 2 years? If he invests today 20,000 at an annual rate of 10%. How do we calculate or how do we solve this problem? Okay? The formula is, to calculate the future value, you have to multiply or use the compounding. Okay, the compounding method. Okay, year one. So what is the given? The 20,000 investment. Multiply 20,000 by 1 plus the interest. Okay, so 20,000 times 1 plus how much is the interest? 0.10. So 20,000 times 1.10 will give us how much? Easy, 22,000. So that means after 1 year, Ben will have 22,000 pesos if he invests 20,000 today at a rate of 10% for year one. Okay. But the next question goes this way. How much will he earn if he invests today 20,000 pesos in on the second year, in 2 years, after 2 years, at the same rate of interest, 10%? Okay, so year two, we calculate 20,000, that's the given amount, okay, the investment amount, times 1.10 times 1.10. Why 1.10? Because 10% is the interest rate. And why did you multiply it two times? Because the time is 2 years. Okay, the term is 2 years. So 20,000 times 1.10 times 1.10 will give us 1.10 times 1.10 will give us 1.21. 1.21 multiplied by 20,000 will give us how much? Gotcha! 24,200. Very easy, right? So what is again 24,200? That is the future value of your 20,000 today. If you invest it at a rate of 10% for 2 years. Get it? I know you're getting it. It's very easy. Now let's go to another problem. Now let's go to the present value. Okay, the problem goes this way. How much will Ben invest today? Okay, how much does he have to invest today or to put as a principal to receive 22,000 1 year from now? Maybe he wanted to buy something, or maybe a cell phone, okay? He wanted to buy a cell phone, and that costs 22,000. So he needs to prepare money today and invest it so that after a year, he has the 22,000 to purchase something, or maybe the cell phone. That's the example that I'm trying to give. So, how much money will Ben invest today to receive 22,000 1 year from now at an annual rate of 10%? The second question goes this way. How much money will Ben invest today to receive 24,200 in 2 years from now at an annual rate of 10%? So the formula here is we do the reverse thing, okay? In calculating for the present value, you divide or use the discounting method. So how do we go about it? 22,000 divided by 1 is the constant, 0.10 is the interest rate. So 22,000 divided by 1.10 will give us how much? 20,000. Okay? So the present value of 22,000 amount next year is 20,000 today. So Ben must invest 20,000 today so that a year after he will be able to get hold of 22,000 pesos. Okay, but if the problem says Ben needs 24,000 2 years from now, so how much does he invest today at a rate of 10%? Same thing, 24,200. Well, that's the um, divided by 1.10. 2 times 1.10 times 1.10. Why do you multiply 1.10 two times? Because the term is 2 years. Okay? So 24,200 times 1.21 will give us 20,000 pesos. Okay. Very easy or very easy, right? Now, next, let's proceed to the next problem. Okay, let's illustrate the time value of money through a timeline. Okay, it's because we can visualize the money if we put it in a timeline. So the present value is equivalent to what? This zero here. The zero stands for the present value. Okay, that's the today you have the what's this? The 20,000 pesos. Okay, 1 year after, okay, if it travels 1 year after 1 year, your 20,000 will become what? How much is the value 1 year after? It becomes, okay, it will travel in the timeline for 1 year. Okay, and it reached 1 year. Your 20,000 becomes 22,000 pesos. So, in between year zero to year one, how much interest did it earn? Correct. It earned 2,000 pesos. See this? It earned 2,000 pesos. Then, from year one, sorry, from year one to year two, okay, from here to year two, how much was the future value of your 20,000? Okay, it's written there. After 2 years, your money becomes 24,200. Okay, so how much interest did you earn in 2 years? Okay, it's written again. In 2 years, you earned 4,200 pesos in interest income. Okay, so that's it. Okay, clear? Now let's go to the next slide. Okay, then we'll talk about again the future value of money. Okay, so how much money will Carlo have after 1 year if he invests in stocks worth 10,000 pesos with 20% annual rate? And the second question, not only the second question is how much money will Carlo have after 2 years? After 2 years, the investment in stocks worth 10,000 with an annual rate of 20%. Okay? So how much will okay, next. Let's try solving this. Now we are looking for the future value. To calculate for the future value, what do? We multiply. We multiply or the compounding method. So the future value of your money will be what? So future value is equal to your present value of 10,000. Okay, here is your 10,000. In it after a year, so how much is the rate of interest? 20%. So raised to the first power because after 1 year, so your future value after 1 year is 10,000 times 1.20 will give us, correct, 12,000 pesos as the future value of your 10,000 after year one. Next, the second problem. What is the future value if after 2 years, the same rate of interest, 20%, okay? So the formula is the present value, 1 plus the R raised to the time or the term. Okay, the 10,000 plus 1.1 plus point 20. Why point 20? Because it is at an annual rate of 20% per annum. But because it is computed for 2 years, so you have to raise it to the second power. Okay? Do you see that? Raise to the second power. So 1 plus point 2 times 1 plus point 2 will give us how much? 1.44. Okay? So 1.44 times 10,000 will give us 14,400. So that means the future value of your 10,000 after 2 years is how much again? Correct. 14,400. Easy or very easy? Okay, it's really super easy. Now let's go to the next problem. Okay? I need to transfer it here. Okay. Now the next problem is okay, the present value. Okay. How much money will Carlo invest in stocks today? So the present value. How much will he invest today to receive 12,000 in 1 year from now at an annual rate of 20%? The second question, how much money will Ben invest today to receive 14,400 in 2 years from now at an annual rate of 20%? Okay, let's try to solve it. Yeah, that's it. Calculating for the present value, what is the formula? Divide. Calculating for the future value, you multiply. Okay, so don't be confused. Okay, so for the present value, again, the formula is future value divided by. So again, we say we divide. When, so we discount it or discounting method. So future value divided by 1 plus R the rate of interest raised to the time t or the term. Okay, so the future the present value is 12,000 divided by 1.2 raised to the first power, because the first problem is year 1. So 12,000 times 12,000 divided by 1.2 will give us, gotcha, 10,000 pesos. Okay? Then for the next problem, the term is 2 years. Okay? The term is 2 years. So what do we do? So the only difference is you multiply 1.2 twice. So 1.2 plus times 1.2, because it is raised to the second power, or the term is 2 years. So 1.2 times 1.2 will give us 1.44. And 14,400, which is the future value, divided by 1.44 will give us again the same number, 10,000 pesos. So what does it mean? Your 10,000 pesos, if invested, okay, at 20% rate, will give us, uh, no, the 12,000 peso future value, you need to, in order to receive that 14,400, you need to invest today how much? 10,000 pesos. Next. Okay. I think this is the last. Yeah, okay. So thank you very much. We're done with the present value, the future value, which are the time value concept of money. And for the next meeting, we will be discussing the net present value. Okay, goodbye and God bless everyone. Thank you so much.